Okay, well, I guess I'm live. This is extremely awkward when I'm the only one here and there's no comments, so I feel extra alone. But it's fine. We're just gonna keep going. Hopefully, if anyone does join, they can hear me because no one's here, so I couldn't test if my audio is actually working. But reading sprints. Hello. I'm very glad people are here. Now I don't. Well, I still kind of feel like I'm talking to myself, but I'm so sorry, you guys. My day has been pretty fun. I've just been vibing. I started a new anime. I started watching Noragami, and I'm a little bit obsessed. I watched the first episode, and it was extremely good. And so I kept watching more, and I'm like halfway through the first season. And I did some beta reading, and so now I'm ready to do actual reading. It's good. Hello, Crystal. Wow, several people. That's exciting. So yeah, this was supposed to be a Team Vax stream. That's what I'm looking for. But on Monday, when this was supposed to happen, I had a migraine, and Wallis had her COVID booster shot and was not feeling good. So it's happening today instead, and Wallis is unavailable, and so it's just me. How are you guys doing? Let me know what you plan on reading today. I'm reading The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I am 82 pages in, so like almost a quarter of the way. It's really good. I've read it before, but not for like 10 years, and it's so funny. Hello. I don't like how the emojis are showing up right now. I don't know how they're showing up on YouTube, but at least to me right now, they're just like black outlines, and it's kind of a bummer. Renata says I need to watch anime again. I bought Bloom Into You and haven't read it yet. I haven't heard of that one. What's that about? I'm curious. I'm always open to anime and manga recs, as everyone knows. Nikki says I'm finally feeling a bit better. I might paint or eat lunch and then paint. That's fair. Eating is important. I was gonna say I didn't do it before the stream, but I kind of did. I had a bowl of cereal like 4 hours ago, so I did technically eat before today's stream, just not like very recently before. Casey has been feeling slumpy with reading. Oh no, that's sad. I just suck at making time to read, and so most of my reading happens like in the half hour before I go to bed. But I've got a lot of books to finish before the end of the year, so making time to read right now. And also, Casey's husband got her into anime. It's fun. I was into anime in like middle school, and then kind of stopped watching it in high school, and then I started dating my boyfriend almost 3 years ago, and like little less than a year into dating, I convinced him to watch Naruto with me because he had seen it before and I hadn't, and I just really wanted to watch it for whatever reason, and so that started my obsession with anime that I'm currently still writing out. Yeah, not quite that far. The first 80 pages have just been describing Buttercup and then introducing Prince Humperdinck, and now they're engaged, and that's all I've gone through of the story so far. Yeah, it's kind of sad that they've just messed up all the emojis. I have not seen or read Hunter x Hunter. My one roommate does. I think he really likes it. He's seen it at the very least. But yeah, Naruto is Naruto isn't good, but I love it. That's my disclaimer. Crystal spent most of her day watching Hello Future Me videos, might read, might draw, also vibing the slumpy feeling. Yeah, Hello Future Me has really good videos. I like watching them when I'm feeling like a creative block, and I just feel like they get the ideas flowing, you know? Oh boy, this is fine. Everything's fine. I'm only a little anxious. I was thinking that we would be doing kind of longer sprints because it's reading, and I don't want to start a sprint, everyone starts reading, or at least the people who are reading start reading, and then like you only get through like 5 pages and the sprint's over. So I was thinking of starting off with Bagel Timer because I'm from New Jersey, and so of course I love bagels, and this is just a really cute timer. Oh goodness, like 8 comments just loaded at once. Not like 8, it's like 3, but it's fine. Bloom and Tea is about 2 schoolgirls who never fell in love, but they start becoming friends, and one of them says, I think I'm going to like you. Romance begins. Ooh. That reminds me of Whisper Me a Love Song is what it was called. I found it at Barnes & Noble, and I just like kind of read like a summary of it. And this one girl sees this other girl's band perform and like falls in love with her, and she's like, hey, I love you, and the other one's like, cool, I love you too, and they start dating, and then they realize they mean like very different things by love. And so I'm very interested in that. I want to start that one at some point. Violet just put, I'm assuming, Hello Future Me's new book on her Amazon wishlist. I don't actually know his real name, and now I feel like a fake fan. Yeah, so 25 minutes is not like that long, but it's a start. I need more long sprint timers to put on my timer playlist. So if anybody has any recommendations. Yeah, I knew he had I knew he had a book, but I didn't know there was one coming out soon. Rats do love bagels. Oh my gosh, these emojis just look so bad. That's so upsetting. Casey, is this you calling yourself a rat too? Okay. I need a moment to compose myself because I'm like shaking right now from having to do this all by myself. And so we're going to go into a sprint and get some reading done. So see you in 25 minutes, guys. okay. Trying to speak gently so as to not be frightening, but the sprint is over. How did everyone do? Casey had to leave, but I'm glad she stopped by for a moment. And we also had Devesha and Elaine join us. Welcome. I should probably get rid of the banner. What am I on? I'm on page 122 now. We are in the midst of the Inigo backstory, so it's so good. Yeah. What did everyone get done in those 25 minutes? Renata says I want sapphic manga recommendations so bad, but it's always hit or miss. Oh, who was this? I think it was Tsuki Notes is her YouTube name, TSUKKI Notes. Did a video, I think yesterday, recommending LGBT manga. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan on it. Let me see if I can find a link. One moment, please. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't know. Yes, okay. How do I share video? Oh, goodness. Yes, okay, so I just shared a link in the comments to her video if you want to check that out, and hopefully it has some stuff you're interested in. Crystal says, I watched 20 minutes of a really long review video about a series I used to love. What series is it? You gotta share with the class. You can't be so secretive. Wow, my camera quality is really bad when I can see myself like this big on the screen. Also, my lighting has changed dramatically since before the sprint. Whoops. Renata read some pages of The Two Towers. Who would win, a powerful capitalist mage or two little boys in a tree? True. Obviously, it's the little boys in the tree. Violet read a bit and got a cup of tea. See, this whatever emoji you used here just comes up as a little rectangle. It doesn't even show up as the emoji. This is my link to the video. Nikki says, I ate some rice and read more of The Fellowship of the Ring. Might make some tea and read the rest of the chapter next. Nice. What chapter are you on? I meant to make hot chocolate before the stream, and then I got out there to do it, and I just didn't feel like it, but now I want hot chocolate, so my bad. Yeah, what part are you in? House of Night, it's so problematic. Is that the one by PC Cast and Kristen Cast? Because I think if it's one I'm thinking of, I got like very far into that series, and I got up until like the giant bird thing, and that's where I drew the line. That's where I was like, no, I'm done with this. There's a lot of questionable book series that I read in like middle school and high school. Elaine cleaned up her desk some. That's good. Always nice to have a clean workspace. Violet has been drinking a lot of tea lately and blames Crystal for it. Yeah, Crystal's been making a lot of tea lately, and so it's been making me think of tea. And I made tea the other day, and it was really bad. So don't tell Marta, but I dumped it down the sink. But it was raspberry tea, and I love raspberry tea. But this was just really bitter and like didn't taste like raspberries at all. It was a really pretty purple color though, so that was fun. Nikki is at the part where they're heading to Moria. Ooh, exciting. Okay, so it is the books that I'm thinking of. Can you send me this video? Because now I'm curious, because I have not thought about these books probably in like 8 years, and now I'm going to be thinking about them all night. Book 2, Chapter 4, Journey in the Dark. Whew, okay. 1 second. I'm a fool and did not think up questions for you guys other than what are you reading and how's your day been? So everybody can just talk about whatever they want, and that's how chatting is going to go. I figured that this would be like more sprint heavy than chat heavy because it is just me and I'm awkward as heck. But we're running with it. Michael, no. It's 3 hours long. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to watch this video because I don't know if I have 3 hours to watch this. Yeah, Marta, it's like, what, 10:30, 9:30 where Marta is? I don't know time zones. She's probably going to bed, so. Yeah, don't, Marta. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate all of the encouragement. Oh man, I turned on my fairy lights and then I didn't realize my head would be blocking them the entire time, so that's a little sad. Yeah, so I guess I'll give you an update on my progress for the Readathon, because this is a stream for my Readathon. I finished 3 books so far. I finished, what is it called? The Serpent's Shadow, The Shadow of Kyoshi, which I think it's really funny that both of those books have shadow in the title, and I read them back to back. And then yesterday, or maybe the day before, I finished A Little Something Different. So now Princess Bride is my 4th book that I'm reading, and I'm going to be reading Kith and Kin after I finish this one because I've decided I don't think I'm going to be finishing Inheritance this month, and you know what? I'm okay with that. It's a big book. I can spread that out over 2 months. Oh look, Renata asked a question I was already in the middle of answering. How many books are still on your TBR? I have like 3 more books. Probably not going to make it, but that's life. Yeah, I have this much of The Princess Bride left, and then I don't know how many pages Kith and Kin is, but we have those 2, and then however far into Inheritance I get. I started it on the first day of the month, and I read 30 pages, and I'm like, cool, if I read like 30 pages every night, I will finish it by the end of the month. And then I haven't touched it since. So it's just been sitting on my bedside table with my bookmark 30 pages into this like 850 page book, and it looks so sad. Nikki says, I'm like 3 reading hours away from finishing the fellowship, and I want to finish the next 2 before the end of the year, but IDK, I'm going to make it. You got this. If not the whole thing, you'll at least get a really decent chunk in. We're only halfway through the month, so I think you can at least get through like a good portion of it. Violet says, I will finish the Gunpowder Fantasy tomorrow. I can only read it during the day, you know. What have you mentioned what you're reading? What Gunpowder Fantasy did you pick? Because I know a lot of people were struggling with that prompt. This is my prompt for Sneak Attack, which is to read a standalone, by the way. Crystal says, I just have Kith and Kin left. Technically, I have 2 chapters of Sandman left, but yeah, you were saying how the sound effects were not, like, enjoyable, so I understand if you want to not do that. But I think you should pick up the comic if that's something you're interested in. I think that, like, if you have a library or something, you can definitely get them through there. And because it's a comic, it's a quick read. But yeah, highly, highly recommend. The art style is wild, and it's so fun, and I love Sandman. Yes, exactly. You can do it, and if you can't, you did your best. That should be the motto of my life. Just, I did my best. Yesterday at work, the lines were so long because I work retail during the holiday season, and I was the only cashier because it was just me and my boss working at that time, and my boss had to go do something for another customer, and like people were yelling at me because I was the only cashier, and they were like, call someone else. I'm like, there is no one else. But the one lady's like, it's fine, you're doing great, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm doing my best. So yeah, that's just my life lately. Nikki says, I think I'm going to DNF the nonfiction I picked for the reading only at night prompt because I hate reading physical books at night, LMAO. Really? Because I hate reading digital books, ebooks at night. I don't know, I just don't like... I feel like my phone screen is always too bright, even when I have it on like the darkest setting. So, and like I don't like a lot of artificial light, which is why my lighting kind of sucks right now. But like I can't really look at my screen that much at night, so that's interesting that you hate reading physical books at night. I mean, I understand because you need lighting for it, so I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Elaine has read half of one book. Don't think I'll get much reading in this month as I planned. You know, that happens. Plans are fun to make, but you don't always have to finish them. They're kind of just there as guidelines. Nikki read Ghostwood Song in 3 nights, though. That's good. It only took me 2 days to read a little something different, but it was really short and also like YA romance, which goes quickly, and it was a reread, which made it go really quickly. So there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into how fast it takes to read a book. Yes, Elaine is working very hard. Hello, Stieg. How are you? What time is it where you are? Because it's got to be late, I think. Crystal says, I feel like the comic should have been how I went through it. I might look them up later. If you do, let me know what you think, because Sandman is very near and dear to my heart. Violet's reading Temeraire by Naomi Novik. Had to Google a list to find it. I didn't know that was a gunpowder fantasy. I've heard of it because Uprooted was what it used to be one of my favorite books, and then I recently reread it, and I still really like it, but it's not like a favorite anymore. And like I've never read anything else by her, and I keep needing to, but yeah, I didn't know that was a gunpowder fantasy, so. Oh god, the comments jumped. Doing your best is great. Thank you, Steve. And another messed up emoji. Thanks, StreamYard. Steve says, I love the first book of that series, Violet. So fun. Never got around to continue it, though. Isn't that a mood? If y'all want a sneak peek at some upcoming videos, one of them is 22 books that I want to read in 2022. And spoiler alert, they're all sequels to books where I read the first in the series and then never continued. All 22 of them. So that's what 2022 is going to be for. It's going to be for finishing out series finally. Yeah, working retail during Christmas is not fun. Luckily, like I work at Dollar Tree. I don't think I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. I've said it before. And so like everything's already $1, so things don't really go on sale, so we don't do Black Friday. Although apparently prices are going up and no one's told the actual workers. It was on the news or something, and everyone's like, so when are prices going up? And I'm just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So that's probably happening at some point, but that's going to be fun to deal with, customers coming in and having to spend more money. Want to do that at some point. What is this in reference to, Stieg? Please let me know. Lane says, yeah, Nikki, I told myself I would just relax and read this month, but oh well, editing takeover. That's fair. You're doing great. Oh no, Marta. We did summon you on accident. Well, thank you for popping by and saying hey. It's good to have you and your messed up emojis, thanks to StreamYard. Don't watch the replay. Yeah, Marta has been summoned. Retail on Black Friday, holding onto your butt as you just swim through the chaos, hoping you don't go insane. Don't worry about it, Marta, it's fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Marta is summonable like Beetlejuice. I'll be working on my magic system based on the 6 types of energy fused with Viking magic. Ooh, we know that I love Vikings, so I am very much intrigued by this, Steve. You'll have to tell me more. Okay, yeah. Reading year of sequels. You can join me next year. It'll be a fun time. We probably won't be reading any of the same books. Well, maybe. The Rot and the Might are on my list, so if you want to reread Odin's Child and the other books, then I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. That's why Renata doesn't start many series. I start too many series, and it's a problem. So I'm gonna fix that. Oh, Marta, yes. Okay. Marta's not commenting right now because she's watching the replay. No, Marta, no. I take back what I said, Marta. It's fine. I didn't actually do it. Okay, so I did promise that this would be a sprint-heavy stream, and so do y'all want to do another sprint? We can do one longer than 25. I kind of want to do one of Michael's new ones because Michael's are always very cute. I'm thinking the struggle timer 31 minutes sounds very fun. So if anybody wants to get a last minute comments in, feel free to. I'm going to set up this timer. Sharing my screen. Aha. See, I know how to host, guys. I think the only series I didn't finish is A Gentleman's Guide because it's still being translated here, and The Cemetery of Forgotten Books. What is The Cemetery of Forgotten Books? That sounds intriguing. I've not heard of that. And Stieg is teaching us magic. Energy comes in 6 basic forms: chemical, electrical, radiant, mechanical, thermal, and nuclear. Want to fuse that with Viking magic, song magic, shape-shifting premonitions, and curses. That sounds so cool. I have like song magic in Project Labyrinth. That's like the basis of the form of magic, and it's real fun to play with. So, yeah. Why don't we do this struggle timer? Because it seems like at least I'm struggling with hosting. So, yeah. See ya in 31 minutes. Okay, friends, 31 minutes has passed, and that timer was so cute. Oh, that was really nice. I think the frog is my favorite, but I am very partial to frogs. Wow, it's very dark outside. I did not realize that it got that dark. How'd y'all do? We had Caitlin join us. Hello, Caitlin. How are you today? I got to page 164, and it's the scene where I had spoilers for The Princess Bride, I guess. They go tumbling down the mountain, and it's very funny. The scene plays out like exactly how it does in the movie. One thing that I don't remember from the first time I read this is that so the line life is pain, anyone who tells you differently is selling something. In the movie, it's said by Wesley. In the book, it's said by Fezzik's mother in Fezzik's like backstory. So I thought that was interesting. I came up to that line and I'm like, I was not expecting to read it there. But yeah, so having a good time reading this. It's very good. Now, where in the comments were we? Oh yeah, Stieg was teaching us about magic for his Prince Caspian retelling. And yeah, Violet said, can't wait to read that in 10 years. Which, it's a little rude, Violet. I would like to read it sooner than 10 years from now. But also, Stieg, don't feel rushed. Renata talking about, what was the name of this book? Cemetery of Forgotten Books is a series by Carlos Ruiz Zafón about a boy who goes in a library who only has books people forgot and picks one and then realizes that someone is destroying all the copies of the book he picked. Interesting. There's a lot of hellos being said among people. Ribbit, yeah. Frogs are nice. Nikki says they just got trapped in Moria and they have hot cocoa. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making hot cocoa after this stream. I made a mistake not making it earlier. Renata read chapter 4 from book 3. Tolkien knows how to do cliffhangers. Valid. Cliffhangers are one thing that I know I struggle with in my writing. So anytime I come across a good one, I'm like extra in awe about it. Crystal's still watching this video because she can't seem to look away. That's valid. Oh gosh, something's happening on my other screen. It's fine. Elaine made cinnamon rolls and actually read. Congrats on the cinnamon rolls and congrats on the reading. Caitlin just got off work, so she thinks she wants to start the Golden Compass and get a few chapters out of the way. Nice. I would like to read the Golden Compass, but Scribd is a dirty liar and won't give it to me. My boyfriend came in halfway through that sprint, and so if you saw me like talking off camera, that was him. And he basically called me a weirdo because he's like, you're just sitting there reading, and I'm like, yeah, it's reading sprints. What do you want? He's like, so everyone's just watching you read for half an hour? And I'm like, well, I assume they're also reading. And I don't know. Now I just feel a little weird about it. But it's fine. We're having a good time. We have been doing this for an hour and a half. And I had planned on it going for about 2 hours, but that was when I had a co-host. And now it's just me. And I am not sure. So if you guys want to do another sprint, probably a shorter one, we can do another sprint after this, or we can just call it. It's completely up to you guys. We're doing things too. Renata can confirm she read during that sprint. Thanks, Caitlin. Appreciate it. I'm gonna astral project into the room to watch me read. Saw today that Scribd has a lot of warrior cats. Ooh, good to know. Maybe that'll be, because obviously I'm going to read the first one, but maybe I'll also read the second one to tick off the prompt for reading more than one book in a series for the Nostalgia New Year. That's what it's called. Which, if none of y'all are like, if you guys don't know what that is, Violet's hosting a Readathon in January. So, Violet, if you want to link your video, you can. So that way everyone can see it. There are 22 prompts, and I'm excited because they're all really good ones. Okay, so the general consensus is that we're going to do one more sprint once we're done chatting. Okay. If y'all have any ideas on which timer to use, or even just like a time and then I'll pick the timer, that's fine. I have 87 videos on this playlist now, my timers playlist, which is kind of insane. That feels like a lot, but I'm glad to have that many to choose from, because then if we're doing like themed streams anytime, then we can always find something that fits. Like, if it's in January and I'm hosting a stream, I don't want to use something summery. That's ridiculous. But yeah. Yeah, 87. And like a good 35 of them are Laura's. 20 plus, I need more hot cocoa, and I have 16 reading minutes left this chapter. Normally Marta handles my links. Well, Marta abandoned us. She probably saw that I said I dumped my tea and rage quit. So that seems like a little much, Caitlin. Especially because Pages and Paladins, they're doing their one timer a day for the, I think it's leading up till Christmas, and we're only on like day 3, day 4. That's a lot of timers. Remember when I think it was Wallis said we should do a Readathon or Readathon where we just run through the entire playlist? Yeah, that would take so long. I wish. Does YouTube tell me? Like, I don't think it tells me how long the entire playlist is. I think I would have to do the math myself, which I probably will at some point. I know I did, but that was like before the last like 15 timers were added. So it's gotten much longer. But yeah. No binging all of them. That's not a sprint, that's a nap. That's like a whole sleep. I don't know what you're talking about, a nap. But so Nikki says 20 plus. So let's see what we've got. We can do another one of the Pages and Paladins timers that they've just uploaded. So we already did the bagel. Do we want to do muffin, pie, or cinnamon roll? Where's the toast timer? I know the toast timer's on here. I don't know where it went. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so apparently they've uploaded one today that's gingerbread that I haven't added to the timer yet, but it's showing up in my suggested video, so I think we're going to do the gingerbread. Sorry to have you guys vote, so we're doing gingerbread instead. 4 whole sleeps, yeah. Thank you, Violet. Set it up. No, do not start yet. That was a very short chat session, so I made the video full screen and now I look so much brighter from this side. If anyone has any other chats that they want to say, get them out and I'll click on the comment. Yes, very seasonal. I'm kind of sad. I've always wanted to make a gingerbread house, but I don't like the taste of gingerbread, and none of my family does, so I've never gotten to make one. And then my friend and I finally made plans to make gingerbread houses because she really likes gingerbread. But yeah, it's not looking like it's gonna happen because holiday season and we're both super busy. So it might be like New Year's gingerbread instead of Christmas gingerbread. But yeah, I was really looking forward to it. Oh goodness, all the comments came in at once. Chats. Renata's going to be a tutor at her school. Really excited. That is very exciting. I know I don't have to eat the house, but if no one, like if my family made a gingerbread house and no one ate the house, then it would just get thrown out, and I feel really sad about that. I don't want to throw out food. I could only eat the candies. There's an Oreo house that I've been on the hunt for and can't find it. I did see an Oreo house kit at Giant. I don't know where you're from, so I don't know if you have like what grocery stores you have, but anything comparable to like just your generic grocery store probably has one. At least I saw a whole bunch at mine. Yeah, you said tutor is the correct word there. As far as I'm aware, I can't think of anything else. Oh god, I clicked as another video was or comment was popping up in the little bar and it highlighted the entire thing. That just startled me. Crystal wants cinnamon rolls and gingerbread. Let's be real, she's just hungry always. That's fair. It can be decoration for all winter. I always wanted a gingerbread house just to destroy it like a hungry Godzilla. Iconic. Yeah. I don't know. It just always seemed so fun, and I never had an excuse to. But now we're going to watch one on screen, not a real one. That'd be funny if it was a real gingerbread house. Gingerbread houses are good houses for rats. And Caitlin has made a gingerbread syrup. Ooh, exciting. So, oh gosh, I've forgotten how to do everything. Sharing my screen. Look how cute this little man is. He's got little candy canes, and he's like the size of his house, which is a little bit worrying. But, yeah. Elaine says she's still kind of new to Illinois and don't know what's around, but I haven't seen it at Jewel. Interesting. I've never heard of Jewel, so that must be a regional thing. I know Giant is regional. It's like mostly Pennsylvania and like the surrounding areas, but it's owned by Stop and Shop, which I think is more widespread. So let's Shrek 2 2004. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this sprint going. Okay, friends, the sprint is over. Ooh. How'd y'all do? Elaine left, so farewell, even though that was like 15 minutes ago. I got to page 195. So they have just made it through the fire swamp, and things are heating up. That was a lame joke. Oh, my banner, of course. I think I forgot the banner on the second sprint, but it's fine. Oh, gosh. Michael, I just wanted to say, as a queer person, I must point out that perhaps the gingerbread man is in love with another gingerbread man and not a gingerbread woman. You ever think about that? Crystal watched the trailer for The Lost City. It was amusing but strange. What is The Lost City? Crystal, you always talk about not knowing what anyone is talking about, but, like, I have no idea what you ever talk about, so. Renata watched Violet's video and is starting to plan her notion for 2022. Will not fail this year. I believe in you. You've got this. A gingerbread envy, one could say. Yeah, this could be a non-binary gingerbread person. You never know. Nikki made it to the next chapter and got more cocoa. Nice. During that sprint, I was informed that apparently friends are coming over and we're going to go out to get food. So no hot cocoa for me, but perhaps a spicy alcoholic beverage, because the place we're going to has some really interesting ones and I might want to try one. We shall see. Oh, you're right. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, I've been going for 2 hours and 1 minute exactly. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave off. This has been really fun. And Renata's also leaving. Good night. Thank you for your support. I appreciate everyone for stopping by and supporting me on my first sprint solo stream. I don't really know about it because a friend linked me. Interesting. Thank you all. Keep reading your books and participating in Vox Machina-thon, and next month the Nostalgia New Year. I will see you tomorrow in my video that's going up, and eventually in another stream. So